Let us pray. We call the benevolent beings of light, archangels, and ascended masters to guide and inspire us during this forum. Our forum's vision is to bring the understanding, tools, discipline, and support for those seeking to enter the straight and narrow path, the road less traveled, that will lead us along effectively and steadily through the ascension process. Integration of the human experience with our divine origin is moving us full circle to achieve our divine potential. So be it. Amen.
Let your light shine so brightly that others can see their way out of the dark. That's why we came. That's it in a nutshell, right there. The chosen ones would be you, or you wouldn't be here listening to this or any other discourse. You are the ones, the powerful ones, with lots and lots of lifetimes behind you, experiences on every level, from the highest of the high to the depths of the darkness. We've walked it all. We've come to understand what it is to love, what it is to be hurt, to be used, to be misused. We know what it is to lose our way and then to find it again. Your higher self chose you, asked you to come in with this personality, with the soul that has so much experience and understanding, to finish it up, to hold the light for so many others, some of us thousands. Yeah, thousands are depending on us. And all you've got to do is one thing. Be you. Be you joyously. Let go of anything that makes you sad, or angry, or hurt. Forgiving yourself and others. This is the gifts and the grace that you give yourself. So many people think that God gives us grace. Well, that part of you that is godly is where it comes from. But it all comes back to us from our own actions, our own healed areas of our consciousness, our willingness to learn who we are and who we don't want to be, to let go of the toxic in your life, whatever that may be for you. Sometimes it's people, sometimes it's habits, whatever it is for you. Believe in God within you. Know that you are not limited just because you're in a body. The great master that came to earth, every word that was spoken was for us to find our way by following him to heaven, to that heavenly consciousness, to that place of peace that all of us seek. Everything you do for yourself, you do for others as you feed that healing that you did on yourself into the collective consciousness for anyone willing to take hold of it, to grasp it and know the way that we found. When people speak of mastery, they make it almost seem impossible, but it's very possible because nothing is impossible to God. And guess who lives inside you? leading you, speaking to you, embracing you, loving you. So many wonderful, wonderful teachings are out there now in the open for anyone to look at and to embrace. A lot of people are very hung up on trying to do this through their physical bodies, thinking if you get that in tip-top shape, boy, you are hitting the spiritual bell. It's very important to take care of that vessel. However, it's not what you put in your mouth that defiles you. It's what comes out of your mouth, meaning the words you say, the jokes you do at other people's expense, the way you conduct yourself, the way you care, the way you give, and even how you receive equally. That's what defiles us if we are not living consciously and aware of how we affect the people around us. You, of all people, with this level of power that has been awarded to you, to use in a proper, loving way. It's us that has to be very, very careful because everyone around us is affected very much by what we do, what we say, what we feel, and what we think. Everything is energy. And when energy leaves a certain point, it goes out into the universe to manifest. So much of our miscreations are right in our face now. We're looking at it in the world. And we, with the knowledge and understanding and the love that is our complexity, we can turn this around by putting that love out there everywhere. There are people crawling on their hands and knees in fear as we sit here peacefully in our homes. They're in that state of consciousness. They don't know anything but fear. And every action and reaction from them is fear-based. When people are desperate and fear-based, they do desperate and fearful things and just keep folding themselves down lower and lower into the shadow worlds. We can't afford to let that happen to us. If you see someone close to you suffering, send them as much light as you can think to do, because they're a part of you. They're a part of you that's suffering. We're completely unaware unless we take notice of those that are closest to us. Even our pets. Our pets take on a lot of our disease, and they'll start to get sick. You might have kidney problems, and all of a sudden your pet has kidney problems. How about that? It's not by mistake. That's how much they love you. Just don't you take on anybody's disease. That is not the way we heal. But the animals came for a very important purpose, to love us unconditionally and help us through this very, very tough time. We are here to expand our light, the light that God is moving through us. It's actually God in action. People say, I only listen to God. Well, if God is speaking through other people to you so that you might hear it because you're not listening inside, or you just don't feel you trust what you're hearing, listen to what people say. See how it makes you feel, if it gets your attention, if it brings you to a new place, helps you maybe understand something going on in you that you couldn't put your finger on until you saw it in someone else. This journey is so magical. It's magical because everything keeps changing. Everything keeps lifting. And yes, it can drop. It's all up to us. What do we really want? In the world, I want nothing. I've lost complete interest. And for an Aries, that's pretty good. But of God, I drink deeply of every bit of spirituality that I can grasp. I take it inside and I make it part of me. That doesn't mean I buy every single thing that I see, but I now, because I put my day and my nights in divine order, I'm brought the finest information that I could ever find. I would try to see something that isn't for me and it just drops away, or I lose it, or I can't find the link, because I'm not supposed to put that in my consciousness. You don't want things in your consciousness that's going to haunt you, scare you, or bring you down. What you do want in your consciousness is the understanding of your unlimited ability as a god or goddess in a body on the earth. The magnificence of knowing this gives us the faith and hope we need to get through some of the grueling days. Those of us that are helping others trying to grasp this understanding really gets pretty tiring. And you feel like you just need to go sit down someplace beautiful. Maybe if you live near water, or if you live near a forest, or you want to go into the water and do some really beautiful moments of stillness, completely closed off from any mindset of the 3D world. It is invigorating. Nature is invigorating. Do we take time to just rest our heads, our hearts, our bodies? Please consider everything of great importance having to do with you having everything you need and preserving that so that you can carry on your great mission. Do you love yourself? Do you see yourself as the light? Do you wish you were someone else? Or do you honor who you are? These are the questions, the deep questions we ask ourselves. Don't judge yourself by your physical body or your perfect health or lack thereof. Judge yourself by your heart, by the love that you have for yourself and others, for your pets, and other people's pets, for the beauty of nature around you and the people that God brings to you. This magical journey, never knowing who you're going to be meeting. All these beautiful people. And as you love yourself unconditionally, you're going to see the most beautiful people in the world around you. I don't mean physically. I mean hearts. This is a very beautiful time in the midst of all the pain and suffering that you're witnessing. Look for the beauty in everything. Feel the light. Give the light. Just be you. Can you find joy each day? Choose that path. Make a choice, no matter what your life is like. Whether you're a caretaker for someone, it's very tiring. I did it for many people in my family. Whether you're out in the world working or home, wherever you are, whenever you're out, look around you and love it all. Love your freedom of time. Love being busy. Whatever it is that you love, enjoy it all. And what you're not enjoying, revisit it in your mind and say, do I need to do this anymore? Is this something that is serving me? Because if it isn't, it's time to reevaluate whether you want to continue on like that or you want to change. Be brave. Let go of the toxic people in your life. You already have the material that you need to work it out of you if you feel that's part of you. Those films that we just watched were like heavenly information for us. How many people related to the second one? Oh my goodness, absolutely. Where we fit in this world or don't, absolutely. And the first one was very good too, leading up to this. This material that's out there now, it really is giving us the backing that we need to say, you know what? We're not in la la land. This is really the way. This is where it's at. Because the world's in crisis right now. The darkness and the light, it's like definitely a clashing war. But don't worry, the light always wins. It will always win inside you, in your world, and out in the world. It will win. There are millions of people just like us. Millions. Very quietly going about their life. Not out there shouting and fighting. They're praying. They're working on themselves. And they're putting that light out into the world, just like you. These are wonderful days for us because we're starting to see the turnaround. Don't believe the doom and gloomers. They love to pull you down because they're so afraid. They want to see everybody in the same boat, but you're not in their boat. Use your beautiful wings to lift you up above it all so that you can stay calm, peaceful in the face of adversity. And if it does bring up emotions, beautiful, let them go. Find the time. Don't use that as an excuse. It's very unhealthy to hang on to them. Pay attention to your dreams. I'm dreaming all night now. It's craziness. Going back to my childhood, my teen years, haven't thought of these people in so long, and all of a sudden, there they are. Usually Debbie Russo is with me. It's the craziest thing. Yeah. We're all walking on this beautiful path. This path that's going upwards into the light. We're anchoring 5D into this planet, you know. We're anchoring it right down and latching it to the earth. That's what we're doing. And so because of you, 5D is going to happen. And it's coming fast and furious. Nothing is right anymore. Not the time, not the season, because everything has sped up so fast. And we're still on the calendar, but it isn't September right now. It isn't. Not according to nature, because if you're watching nature, everything is excelled already to December, for sure. Yeah. Soon we're going to have our snow coming. Even before Thanksgiving, whoopee-doo. But winter, do you know what it's for? Winter is for us to go inside our cave and do our inner work, because we really can't be outside unless we live in Florida and North Carolina. And even there, it's a little chilly, but nothing like up here. But I say to you, go into your cave whenever you need to. You don't have to wait for a season to do it. Just allow your life to bring you enough and have the courage to go inside and clean it up. So the second video, I really would like you always to go back into those videos that we're going to be playing, because what they're doing right now is whatever is for everybody in at the forum. They're choosing the videos that are going to touch different people with different parts of their issues, their fears, the things they haven't worked on, and the things they have. And if you listen to them again, you'll get on a deeper level the message. Do it at your leisure when you're just hanging out, and they will benefit you. It'll help you understand things on a very deep level, because the truth is all there is. Love is all there is. Light is all there is. That's it. Everything in a nutshell right there. And of course, the truth. Those are the I ams that we should be saying every day, multiple times a day, to keep reminding ourselves. I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am that I am. Anything that follows I am. And you know what we usually say, I am, I am, I am. That's not what we are. That's not what we are. So be careful. Don't use I am and then follow it with a negative. Even if that's how you feel at the moment, say the positive. Because everything is energy. So when you say the positive, what you're doing is lifting the frequency of the situation. And then you won't feel the other side. You'll actually feel empowered. That's what it does for you. All of us here understand this on a very deep level because we've mastered many, many things. And now we're consciously, literally consciously living every moment of our life. It's not like we cannot see ourselves, not even for a moment, or hear when we say something that we kind of grit our teeth like, oh, I can't believe I just said that. That won't happen anymore. Once you start doing this, I am setting my day in divine order. Be sure to do that for your own sake. Because this way you're giving up your little will for the divine will that you have access to at any moment in every situation. You have to be in your power now and use it well. And if you use it through your divine will, it will be well. It will be a blessing. It will transform lives. Believe me, it is true. It is true. The chosen ones, that would be you. Think of yourself in that way. I chose to be here. I chose to go through everything that I've gone through. I chose to bring the light. I chose not to give up. I chose not to join the rah-rah club, to just be me, to do what I came to do, as tough as it was, as lonely as it can be. This path is lonely. It really is, because you never fit in. You never really fit in. As hard as you try, you're just different. Some people said I was really weird. I just laughed. I'm okay with my weirdness. You know what? It's a good thing if that's what weird is, to be a person of the heart. It's hard in many ways because it hurts so much to watch the pain around you. You know what it feels like, and you don't want to see anybody go through it. Not an animal, not a person. But it is what it is. As a chosen one, we must understand that everyone has to go through their life. They have to experience things. Otherwise, if we take it away from them, trying to be the great hero in their life, they have to do it over until they get it. And so do we. So this is a learning experience, one where we let people go through their life, loving them, supporting them in ways that are fine, as a good friend, as someone loving that person, but don't take away the lesson from them. Let them learn to be strong and understand why they created that in their life. That's up to them to do it. If you can help them by telling them about your experience and how you dealt with it, that's a good thing. It was talking about that, I think it was the second video, where you can help people as they're struggling through the things you already mastered. You came through it in love and understanding. Because with understanding alone, knowledge alone, until it's experienced, does not become wisdom. You need the experience in order for it to be wisdom, true wisdom. So you're very wise in all the things that you've been through, and you're still standing. and you do understand what happened. Not maybe the why it happened, but I simplify my life. I take it on me. I did this to myself. I did it because I needed the experience. Simple as that. Otherwise, you struggle with the whys and the wherefores. Don't complicate your life. It's complicated enough. That's what I say. And don't wonder as much of the things that will confound you, where you're saying, well, if I had done this and if I didn't do that, and what if, and maybe I should have. See, that's all mental. Stay out of that because it makes your head spin and it uses up a lot of energy that you could be using just to breathe. Throw your sword down. No more fight. There's nothing to fight about anymore. You just surrender to the divine in you. So the chosen ones are the ones that make the choice to be here and do what you came to do, to be brave enough to come into this crazy matrix and try to come out of it a master. All of you are doing quite well, you know. It doesn't mean your life's going to be perfect, but you can make it perfect. You can. By getting rid of whatever it is that is not making you feel happy and joyful each day of your life. You are the master of your own world. You choose everything you go through. Choose it well. Ask for divine assistance, divine direction. Use your I ams. Keep it simple. Be very careful when you say I am. During the day, you know how we'll say when we've had a long, hard day, what we say? Do not end it in that because it'll just compound the feeling. Remember, words are energy just like everything else. As you master energy, you master this world. Everything has a frequency that it vibrates at. Let's keep that vibration and frequency high. You don't want to go there into the shadows of the 3D anymore. It's a very scary place to be right now. And those are the people running around scared around you. They actually are not in the same world as you. Imagine that. But you haven't lifted far enough where you disappear, like Jesus disappeared in the crowd. All he did was lift his frequency up, and you can bring it back down. But who would want to? So as a chosen one, choose wisely each day of how you manage your life. And you will start to see how magnificently you are going through this experience here. And I'm telling you, 5D is well attached and coming in. It's coming in. Ignore all the noise. Most of it is just saying that these things are happening, and a lot of it isn't. Other things are happening, and that you pray for and send light into. You see? So, my dear chosen ones, I am honored to be in your holy presence each week. I want you to know that. You bless me and each other just to be together, bringing our consciousness to be one for whatever time that we're here together. God bless each and every one of you.
We are deeply grateful for this forum. We thank those in attendance for your attention, your wonderful questions, future topics, suggestions, and stories that touched our hearts and opened our minds to new possibilities. Our collective energy has filled this forum with light and love for each other. We are so grateful that each of us brings guides and angelic beings to the forum, raising the frequency even higher. We are grateful for the assistance, inspiration, and guidance from the benevolent beings overseeing this forum. Know that we are all deeply loved and richly blessed. Amen.